Hello and welcome to the Power of Video in the Talent Journey. I'm Rob Edmonds, founder and CEO of NRG Studios. At our core, we believe in the power of human connection to spark emotions and change perspectives. Over the next 30 minutes, I'll show you how strategic video content can strengthen every stage of the employee journey, building genuine human connection from the moment someone first discovers your brand to the point they're thriving and growing within your organization, transforming how people see and experience your company. The question I get asked is, why video? Because attention spans are short and competition for talent is fierce, perhaps fiercer than ever before. Research shows that job postings with video receive 34% more applications, and onboarding videos improve retention by over 80% in the first year. And since 2024, LinkedIn video has accelerated. Uploads are at least up 20% year on year in 2025, after a 34% spike in late 2024. And the audience consumption is rising in tandem. So let's dive in. As you can see from the graphic, the talent journey is the entire relationship between your company and your employees. It doesn't start when someone signs a contract, it begins at the first brand contact, typically online, and continues through the attraction, application, induction, reward, learning development, and finally performance and progression. At every one of these stages, video can either be a quick boost or a long-term asset. So let's walk through each phase. Let's start with the attraction phase, because this is truly where the talent journey begins, long before you post a single job advert. Think about the last time you explored a company before applying. It is likely that you checked their website, LinkedIn, and possibly Instagram. Did you also head over to Glassdoor and check out employee reviews? Does that sound familiar? This is the moment your relationship with your candidate starts. Your employee brand is your magnet, and the strength of that magnet depends on how consistently and authentically you share your story. And in an age of AI, authenticity is everything. So why does the attraction phase matter? According to LinkedIn's employer branding report, 75% of job seekers research a company's reputation before applying. Organisations with a strong employee brand see a 50% reduction in cost per hire, fill roles twice as fast. Think of those savings. Video is critical here because it shows rather than tells, giving candidates that all-important visceral feel of your culture. Remember, I talked about the power of human connection. To ensure you show your culture to potential candidates in the attraction phase, consider creating culture reels. 60-second montages of team events, collaborative meetings, or a vibrant office tour. Authentic, unscripted moments, coffee breaks, brainstorming sessions, even remote team stand-ups. Why this works is because candidates see real people and real energy, not the generic stock photos or video with graphic overlays. This is about the power of human connection. Employee spotlight films, short interviews, 2 to 3 minutes, with team members sharing their growth stories of what excites them about the company. Also think about the questions you ask. Consider what attracted you here originally. How has your career evolved since joining? Post these on LinkedIn and embed them on your careers page to provide instant credibility. Think about social first snippets, fun, authentic TikToks, of course depending on the culture of the business, or 15-second LinkedIn clips showing everyday moments, celebrating a product launch, a behind the scenes of a brainstorming session, or a quick fire office tour. The reason this works is because short form video fits modern attention spans and is highly shareable. Here are some additional creative ideas of the attraction phase you might want to consider. Day in the life of reels. These are really impactful. Shadow an employee for a day and condense it into a 30-second highlight reel. Values in action. Show how your team lives company values. Volunteering days, sustainability initiatives, or wellness programs. Interactive stories. Use Instagram stories or LinkedIn polls to invite questions from prospective candidates. Consider which platform you have your greatest audience reach on. Let me give you some real-world proof. A UK tech firm recently shared a 30-second day in the life of reel on Instagram and saw applicants rise by 45% in just 2 weeks. Yes, 2 weeks. That is the power of video to transform curiosity into action. Next, let's move on to the application phase, the moment when someone has clicked apply and sent in their CV. For many candidates, this is a stage that can feel like a black hole. They hit submit and then silence. That uncertainty creates anxiety and can bring damage to your brand, even if they don't ultimately get the job. According to Career Builder, over 60% of candidates say they rarely receive a communication after applying, and nearly half lose interest in the company during a long silent process. So keeping candidates informed, even with a short video, signals professionalism and respect. Let me give you some key video tactics. You may want to consider personalised welcome messages. A 30 to 6-second clip from a hiring manager or a recruiter that says, "Thanks for applying, here's what happens next and when you'll hear from us." Record it once and personalise with the candidate's name using a video platform that supports quick custom intros. The impact this has is it sets expectations, lowers anxiety and immediately humanises the company. Remember I talked about the power of human connection. You might want to consider a team instruction clip. 1 to 2 minute montage of potential teammates introducing themselves and perhaps giving a fun fact. This could be something like, "Hi, I'm Sarah, your future UX designer. I love hiking and great coffee." It's short, simple and humanises the team. Think about where you're going to put it. Embed it in automated application received emails or on a candidate portal. The impact this has is candidates can visualise the culture and start feeling like part of the team. You might also want to consider short fact videos, quick answers, 35 to 40 seconds to common questions like, what's the typical interview timeline? What does hybrid working look like? Any tips for our technical assessment? Batch film these with recruiters and hiring managers. The impact this has is it reduces repetitive email queries and shows transparency. It also saves a load of time. For the application phase, consider these additional approaches. Behind the scenes of the interview process, a video tour of the virtual or in-person interview environment, perhaps what to expect and who they'll meet. Role-specific previews, a day in the life mini reel tailored to the department they've applied to, automated progress updates, short check-in videos at each milestone. Your application is with a hiring manager or we're scheduling a second round of interviews this week. Let me give you another real-world example. One global fintech company added a 45-second recruiter video to its automated confirmation emails and saw a 22% increase in candidate satisfaction scores within a quarter. Another client used a Meet Your Future Team clip and cut their candidate drop-off rate in half. The key takeaway here, these simple touches, welcome messages, team intros, shows that you value your applicants' time and energy. They transform what could feel like a cold, transactional process into a human connection, keeping great candidates engaged right up to the offer stage. Now let's move on to the induction onboarding phase, the critical period after a candidate says yes, but before they truly feel at home. First impressions here count for long-term retention. The reason this stage is so crucial is because studies show that a strong onboarding experience can improve employee retention by up to 82% and boost productivity by more than 70%. Conversely, nearly 1 in 3 new hires leave within the first 6 months. If onboarding is poor, that costs you time and money. And this is where video really shines. It provides clarity, consistency and warmth from day one. I'll say it again, it's about the power of human connection. So here's some things to consider. Build a curated video playlist. Instead of handing over mountains of PDFs or endless email threads, give new hires a single organised onboarding playlist, something they can access anytime on any device. Here's what we feel you should include in the playlist. Welcome video from the CEO. This matters because hearing directly from leadership creates instant connection and reinforces the company mission. The tone should be warm and authentic, not stiff corporate script. A genuine 2-minute message sets the cultural tone. Interactive tutorials and walkthroughs. Something like how to submit expenses or navigating our project management platform. These are quick 2 to 3 minute screen recordings or animations for complex systems. The benefit of this is it reduces the cognitive overload of day one training and allows employees to replay instructions when needed. Peer buddy introductions. Short, self-styled videos from their assigned buddy or mentor. It could be something like as simple as, "Hi, I'm Jamie. I'll be your go-to for questions. Here's my favourite coffee spot near the office." Again, the impact of this is it humanises the experience and gives them a friendly contact before they even log in. Micro-learning videos give you lasting impact. These are bite-sized clips, 3 to 5 minutes each, focused on one topic: company values and culture, key safety or compliance points, quick wins for their first 90 days. Because these lessons are short and searchable, employees can revisit them whenever they need a refresher. Here are some extra touches you could consider to add to the mix for new hires. Virtual office tour, a 30-second video of the workspace or remote setup tips. Department highlights, quick intros from different teams explaining how they'll collaborate. First week checklist video, a friendly overview of priorities in the first few days. Let me give you another real-world example here. One global marketing agency replaced its static 40-page handbook with a series of 10 3-minute onboarding videos. The result? New hire satisfaction scores jumped 30%, and managers reported faster ramp-up times. The key takeaway here is a thoughtful, video-driven onboarding experience transforms those critical first weeks into a welcoming journey, helping new employees feel connected, informed, and excited to contribute from day one. Remember, onboarding isn't just orientation, it's the foundation of your long-term relationship. Let's talk about the reward and recognition phase. This is the stage that keeps great employees motivated and inspired to stay. So why does this matter? Because it isn't just about pay rises or annual bonuses, it's about making people feel seen, valued, and celebrated for the contributions they make every day. Research shows that companies with a strong recognition program have 31% lower turnover and employees are 12 times more engaged than those who feel overlooked. And video is the perfect tool to deliver that appreciation because it's personal, memorable, and easy to share. For the recognition phase, some of those key video tactics you want to be thinking about is quarterly highlight reels, a short montage of wins and milestones, completed projects, customer kudos, innovative ideas, all set to upbeat music. Think about where you're going to put it. Play it at an all-hands meeting, post it on intranet, or share it in a monthly newsletter. The impact you get here is reinforces a culture of continuous recognition and shows everyone that achievements, big or small, are noticed. Surprise messages from leadership always go down well. A department head records a quick 30-second video congratulating someone on their work anniversary or a big project delivery. The reason this works is hearing appreciation directly from senior leaders feels special and meaningful, especially if it's unexpected. Peer-to-peer thank you videos encourage teammates to send 15-second selfie videos to colleagues who went that extra mile. The benefit of this is it fosters a supportive culture and spreads positivity across departments. Some extra creative touches you might want to think about putting into the mix is virtual celebration walls. Compile short congratulation videos in a dynamic digital wall during quarterly meetings. Recognition stories record short interviews where award recipients share how they have achieved a milestone, great for knowledge sharing and inspiration. Customer praise videos. Ask happy clients to record a quick thank you message for the team that served them. Here is a real-world example of why what I've mentioned does work. A mid-sized SaaS company introduced a monthly Bravo board video featuring shout-outs from peers and leaders. Within 6 months, employee engagement survey scores rose by 20% and voluntary turnover dropped noticeably. The key takeaway here, and the reason that recognition works, is because it doesn't have to be extravagant to be powerful. With video, you can capture authentic moments of gratitude and share them instantly, boosting morale and reinforcing loyalty across the organisation. Next, let's look at the learning and development phase, the engine that drives both individual growth and company innovation. The reason why ongoing learning matters in the retention phase isn't just about good perks, it's about opportunity. According to LinkedIn's Workplace Learning Report, 94% of employees say they would stay longer if a company invested in the career development. Teams that prioritise skill building are 30% more productive and adapt faster to market changes. Video is a natural fit here because it's flexible, visual, and easy to scale across locations and time zones. Here are some learning video tactics you might want to think about. Short animated clips or screen capture demos whenever a product or service evolves. The benefit of this is it keeps everyone, sales, marketing, support, on the same page without long, repetitive meetings. Think about creating a video knowledge hub, a central library of on-demand tutorials covering both technical skills and soft skills like communication, leadership, and time management. And obviously there are many other subjects. Organise the content by role or skill path so employees can chart their own learning journeys. The impact of this is it empowers self-paced learning and reduces reliance on live trainers. Think about recording live or recorded expert webinars. Invite industry specialists or internal thought leaders for 30-minute sessions on emerging trends. The added value here, record these sessions, then edit into bite-sized chapters for easy reference. Again, here are some additional creative ideas. Career path video guides, short interviews with senior employees sharing how they advance within the company. Micro-learning playlists, these are very, very popular. 5-minute modules on everything from data privacy to inclusion leadership. Perfect for busy schedules. Certification prep videos. Partner with external educators to provide guided video prep for key professional certifications. Here's some real-world proof for you. A global e-commerce brand launched a video-based learning hub and saw a 40% increase in course completion rates compared to traditional slide decks, while cutting training costs by nearly a third. The key takeaway here is continuous learning keeps employees engaged and future ready. By using video to deliver timely updates, create an accessible knowledge base and showcase expert insights, you turn professional development into an always-on advantage for both your people and your business. Finally, let's talk about the performance and progression phase. This is where employees grow their careers and stay aligned with the company's long-term goals. Why this stage matters is because performance reviews and career growth aren't just checkboxes. They're opportunities to keep talent engaged and future focused. Gallup research shows that employees who have regular growth conversations are 3 times more likely to stay for the next 2 years. And companies with clear internal career paths enjoy up to 41% lower turnover. And video plays a powerful role here by turning evaluations and development plans into interactive, motivating experiences. Think about some key video tactics. Leadership training modules. Short, focused video courses on topics like effective management, coaching skills, or strategic decision making. Use scenario-based videos or role-play demonstrations to bring real leadership challenges to life. The benefit of this scales leadership development across teams and time zones without costly in-person sessions. Mentorship conversations. Record informal discussions between experienced leaders and emerging talent. Coffee chats. Videos where a senior engineer shares lessons learned with a junior colleague. These work and they are brilliant. The impact of these videos is that it inspires others to seek mentorship and highlights internal knowledge sharing. Career pathing stories. Short interviews where senior staff explain how they advance within the organisation, including the skills and opportunities that help them succeed. The benefit of this is it shows employees a tangible roadmap for progression and helps them visualise their future within the company. Here are some extra creative ideas you might want to think about. Performance tips on demand. Micro videos offering guidance on setting goals or preparing for reviews. Success showcases. Video spotlights of employees who completed a key project or earned a promotion. Virtual career fairs. Internal live stream events where different departments present growth opportunities. A multinational consulting firm launched a series of 5-minute leader lessons, videos featuring senior partners discussing career breakthroughs. Within 6 months, internal mobility applications increased by 25%, demonstrating clearly how storytelling can directly encourage progression. The key takeaway here, video transforms performance management from a formal annual event into a continuous growth journey. By offering leadership modules, capturing mentorship, conversations, and sharing authentic career stories, you help employees see a vibrant future inside your organisation, reducing turnover and strengthening your talent pipeline. Now that we've explored every stage of the talent journey, let's finish with some practical tips to get your video strategy off the ground quickly and effectively. Authenticity beats polish. People connect with people, not corporate gloss. Use real employees and genuine stories, even if the lighting isn't studio perfect. A 60-second smartphone clip of a team member describing why they love their role will always outperform a highly scripted ad. Multi-channel distribution. Don't rely on a single platform. Post on LinkedIn, your careers page, internal intranet, Slack channels, wherever your audience lives. The same 30-second culture reel can appear on Instagram stories for candidates and an internal newsletter to reinforce culture with current staff. Simple gear, big impact. You don't need a Hollywood setup. A good smartphone, a clip on microphone, and natural light can produce professional looking results. If you want to level up, add a small tripod and a ring light. Still affordable and easy to use. There are hundreds of them on Amazon. Measure and refine. Set clear goals. Increase application rates, faster onboarding completion, or improved employee engagement scores. Using analytical tools, platform metrics, internal surveys, even basic view counts to see what resonates. Then double down on the formats and topics with the best impact. A simple key takeaway: start simple, stay authentic, distribute widely, and track results. With these foundations, you'll quickly create a sustainable video strategy that supports recruitment, retention, and employee growth across the entire talent journey. So that's our whirlwind tour of the talent journey powered by video. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and if you're ready to create impactful recruitment and retention content, NRG Studios can help you bring these ideas to life. Thank you for spending this time with me today, and here's to building unforgettable employee journeys, one video at a time.